Hi all, welcome to my channel, welcome to my world. This is the World of Wayne. I'm absolutely exhausted. I've done, in the last 4 days, 1,150 miles, something like that, I don't know. Basically, I live in the middle of England and I've travelled all the way to the northern part of Scotland and back again. Why have I done this feat apart from sightseeing and seeing the mountains? It's because I proposed to Mrs World of Wayne. I thought it'd be interesting to share with you how I did that. Well, I took a drive to Mulgai because I know that's the start of the West Highland Way. I've done the West Highland Way about 4 times in the past, and I know of a really scenic part of that route, especially that comes around on the first day, second day for some people, and that's climbing over a great big range called Conic Hill. It is a hill, it's not a mountain, but it's just shy of being a mountain. And boy, it's a trek to get up there. Thank God that they've got steps there and stuff like that now. So basically, under the ruse of geocaching, we went up that hill. If you don't know what geocaching is, basically it's an app you can get on your Android or iPhone. It gives you a map of the area you're in, and people plant little caches a little bit like this for you to find, and these are plotted all over a map for you to track. Once you've got them, you can pick them up, sign the log that's inside here, and on your way and collect another one. Basically, I had this in my pocket. I also had a ring in my other pocket, but she didn't know that. So anyway, very exhausting. It was snowing, it was icy, it was cold, so we had to make our way up there being really careful that we didn't slip, and the last thing I wanted to do was kill her before I get a chance to propose. Anyway, we got to the top of Conic Hill, and as you can see from these pictures here, the view was absolutely amazing. Luckily, I managed to get up there before her. She told me to go ahead of her so she could have a little bit of time to recuperate and get her breath, which gave me a chance to put this little bad boy somewhere up there. Now obviously this won't be part of the geocaching app because I haven't recorded this cache, so I had the ruse that I was pretending that I was looking for it on the geocaching app. Anyway, she got to the top and we took loads of pictures and looked at the scene and took in the views, and you know, I couldn't basically just jump on her there and then and say let's find this cache because the poor girl was exhausted. Perhaps I didn't think that one through. Anyway, so it come to the fact where she'd calmed down and you know, we were both just taking in the scenery, and I says, look, before we go back down, let's go and find this cache. It's 10 meters in front of us, and I know that she's better than me at finding these caches, so I'm there with my phone. I'll give you a rendition. I'm there with my phone saying, okay, it's 10 meters ahead, and the hint is, because you get hints for these things, mound of grass. Okay, so we find this mound of grass. Now I only just placed this thing in there, and it was just like, you know, upright like that, and the first thing she said was, yes, I found it. So I'm like, oh, wicked, come on, I'll get a pen out, we'll sign the log. Okay, now there's no lid on this one, but at the time it did have a lid. She couldn't get the lid off, so she gives it back to me to open the lid. So I open the lid and then I give it back to her because I know what's in here, she doesn't. And it's a shame I didn't video it, but she's reading this message, and I'll put this up on the screen now. The message says, I couldn't think of anything I'd rather do than spend the rest of my life with you. I guess what I'm saying is, will you marry me? The first look I got from her was, somebody's done a marriage proposal for someone. And that's while I'm fumbling around in my other pocket to try and find the ring. And then the penny dropped, and her face went from confusion to excitement to overwhelmed and all of that. And basically, yeah, that's where I slipped the ring on her finger. And yeah, we still had the whole journey downhill to go yet. But who says I'm not one for being an incurable romantic? But I thought that was quite a novel way to get engaged. I hope you like that story.